On this vote, the yeas are 63, the nays are 36. The 60-vote threshold having been achieved, the bill is passed.
The Senate's vote on the Fiscal Responsibility Act of 2023 follows the House's overwhelming passage a day earlier after Republican Speaker Kevin McCarthy and President Biden reached agreement over the weekend.
We've saved the country from the scourge of default, even though there were some on the other side who wanted default, wanted to lead us to default. We may be a little tired, but we did it. So we're very, very happy. Default was the giant sword hanging over America's head. But because of the good work of President Biden, as well as Democrats in the House and Democrats in the Senate, we are not defaulting.
Markets were buoyed by the news, tempering investor fears over a possible historic default after the U.S. Treasury warned it would not be able to meet U.S. debt obligations by June 5th, as Republicans used the cliffhanger as leverage to secure cuts in government spending, with the U.S. debt currently accounting for over 123% of the country's nominal GDP.
Last night,
the Republican leader in the Senate called the bill's passage an important step in the right direction for the economic future of the country.
the Fiscal Responsibility Act avoids the catastrophic consequences of a default on our nation's debt. And just as importantly, it makes the most serious headway in years toward curbing Washington Democrats' reckless spending addiction. The bill the House just passed has the potential to cut federal spending by $1.5 trillion. Now the Senate has a chance to make that important progress a reality.
In a statement, President Biden said parties voted to protect the hard-earned economic progress made and that it demonstrated that America was a nation that paid its bills and met its obligations, calling it a step forward and a reminder of what's possible when lawmakers act in the best interest of the country.
It's going to get out of the Senate. It's going to be at his desk before June 5th, and he'll get to sign it on behalf of the American people, because this is incredibly important to make sure that we do not have a catastrophic situation on our hands as it relates to the economy.
Given the centrality of the United States to the global economy, the effects of the debt default would have careened around the world, with the IMF warning of serious global repercussions, which have, for now, been averted. Sherman Ricebees, SABC News, New York.